Today, we traveled to Toronto, Canada, where we stayed at the WToronto Hotel. I'll give you my full review as well as the main reason you should stay at this hotel. I'll also share a few clips from our trip as well as the Shania Twain concert we attended. Stay tuned. I had never been to Canada, and Toronto had always been at the top of my list for cities to visit. I've heard great things about the city as well as the people, so I was really looking forward to this trip. We took Uber from the airport to the hotel, and this would be the only time we used Uber. If you're coming from the airport, an Uber will take around 50 minutes of travel. The cheaper and faster way is to utilize the train system. Get familiar with it because you'll be using it often while in Toronto. The WToronto is a 4-star Marriott property. The cheapest rate we found all year was 351 Canadian dollars, and if you're redeeming points, then 42,000 points is the cheapest per night. Remember that if you stay for 5 nights using points, you only pay for 4 nights, so we try to save our points for those 5-night stays. Checking into the hotel was a little bit confusing for us. It's located on the 6th floor of the building. Our Uber dropped us off here since this large W makes it look like the entrance of the hotel. This is actually the side entrance, and there would be no one here to assist you with luggage if you needed it. If you do end up coming in through here, just follow these signs and you'll eventually pass this area here where the car drop-off section is located. You'll find staff here to assist you as you make your way up to the 6th floor for check-in. I would classify this W hotel more like a boutique hotel, as the amenities are somewhat limited and the hotel only occupies the 6th through the 11th floor. About a week before our stay, we received an email from the hotel asking us about our arrival. I think this is always a nice touch and helps set the tone for the stay. Check-in was quick, and each time we visited the front desk, the staff was extremely nice and helpful. This hotel does an amazing job with elite benefits. The breakfast option was $104 each day that could be used at the restaurant on the 2nd floor. We had to stop by the front desk before checking out because the credit had not been applied. Based on reviews, this happens often, so check your bill before leaving. We were given room 930, which always felt like a long walk to the room from the elevators. We did try to use the suite upgrade certificates for this 4-night stay without success. The front desk did say this room was technically an upgrade, but I failed to see how. The hotel opened in July 2022, so everything is still brand spanking new. The room is very stylish and funky in keeping with the W brand. I found the bed to be a little on the firm side, but still comfortable enough. The sheets were great, and the pillows were some of the better ones I have found in any hotel. This little couch and table is your best option if you need to do some work from your room. The Nespresso machine is a nice touch, and housekeeping made sure we had plenty of coffee pods and waters throughout our stay. I have to mention this body lotion. It smells so bad that someone felt necessary to leave a whole TripAdvisor review about it. The stuff provided in the shower smelled much better. The rainfall shower was spacious and the water pressure was good. The water did take a long time to heat up at times though. I'll talk about the bathroom situation a little bit later, but these treats in our room were a very nice surprise.
What? I don't want to be in the shot.
We're settled into the WToronto. We're here for 4 nights. We came here for a Shania Twain concert. First impressions of the hotel is that it's beautiful and stylish. But now that we've kind of settled in for a little bit, there's some big problems to this hotel room. First of all, as you can see my back, behind me, there's a whole bunch of clothes. The whole room is actually littered with clothes. There's no place to put clothes anywhere in this room. That's a big problem. The second problem so far is that the air conditioning does not work that well. I read the reviews, and this is a common complaint. We have the temperature down to 64, and the AC has just not turned on. So we're going to be here for 4 days, and hopefully this does not become a problem. But so far, it just feels like we're sitting in a cruise ship cabin with the mess we have with the clothes scattered all throughout the room. As I mentioned earlier, the Breakfast Elite benefit here is $104 for 2 people and can be redeemed at the on-site restaurant public school. As you can see from the menu prices, this is more than enough for 2 people. And as you can see from our table, the same is true. Everything we had for breakfast was amazing and much better than you would get from a Marriott lounge. As someone that tries to stay loyal to Marriott, the breakfast benefit plays a huge part in which Marriott property I will stay at in most occasions. I'm happy to report that the WToronto hits it out of the park for me here. The hotel gym is called Fit and is located on the 8th floor. There's a filtered water station that I used often to fill up my water bottle. There's a schedule of classes throughout the week held in the stretching room. The gym is very spacious with a large selection of cardio equipment and just enough for a full body strength workout. I do feel like a few strength training pieces could be added to make this a perfect hotel gym. The W classifies the Skylight Restaurant as a rooftop bar, even though it's located on the 9th floor of the hotel. There's a very small section outside the restaurant that has an outside view of town. The majority of the restaurant is inside. It is beautifully decorated and serves a Mediterranean-style menu 5 days a week. It is closed on Sundays and Mondays and only open at night. If you're a light sleeper, I recommend asking for a room away from here as the music tends to be pretty loud at night. I want to show you a little bit of our trip in Toronto because it has to do with the best reason you want to stay at the W. Location, location, location. We thought we would be able to Uber everywhere, but that's not really a good option because of how bad traffic is in the touristy section. This is a map of the Toronto subway system, and the W Hotel is located right here in the middle of these key intersections at Bloor Yonge stop, giving you access to the green line as well as the yellow line that curves around the downtown section of Toronto, where you will do a majority of your sightseeing. The subway station is connected to the hotel, so you don't have to go outside for anything. Very convenient during the winter months. For our first night in town, we went to dinner at Canoe Restaurant in downtown Toronto. From the hotel, you'll want to take the yellow subway line down to the King Street exit to get there easily. Why would you want to visit Canoe? Well, for the amazing views of downtown and CN Tower, as well as an amazing dinner. For our second night, we would go to the Budweiser stage to see Shania Twain perform. We would have to change trains at Union Station. You might want to avoid our mistake of not getting familiar with how the train system works because Union Station is very overwhelming and trying to figure out how it works when you get there will be super stressful. We're trying to make our way to the Shania Twain concert from dinner. We're at Union Station. This is so overwhelming. There's just so many different platforms for the trains to depart, and we don't know what train we're supposed to be on yet. Thanks to some help from some friendly locals going to the show, we were able to figure out which train to get on and make our long walk to the Budweiser stage for the show. Leaving the concert took forever, but the train staff was able to coordinate things well afterwards, and I was amazed at how efficiently they moved so many people. Uber would have been a total nightmare. We're getting ready to check out from the WToronto after 4 days here in the city. I love the city. There's a great vibe. The city was very clean, and everyone we met was extremely friendly. Now, a quick review of this hotel. Let me just start off with the negatives, and it's actually the room itself. You walk in and it looks really nice and very stylish, but then once you kind of settle in and spend a few days, you notice how the room is just not functional. If you've gone on a cruise and have been on a cruise cabin before, this is kind of what it's going to feel like, except there's going to be a lot less storage for your stuff. The air conditioning did not work too well. It works well in the morning, but it seems to struggle throughout the day, and so we slept really hot at night with the sheets pretty much off. If you're coming here with a loved one, you'll be okay when it comes to privacy for the most part, but like the restrooms have no privacy. You can hear everything very clearly the way it's set up. So just turn on the shower, turn on the sink when you're using the restroom. If you're coming here with a roommate, that might be a bigger problem. Also, when it comes to the storage, there's just not enough storage for two people. If there's one person, you'll think you'll be good with the closet. There's some hangers and there's like 2 drawers. But other than that, you're going to be very tight. Again, it feels like a cruise cabin without less space. When it comes to the service, everyone we met at the hotel was really nice. Housekeeping did a really good job. The restaurant staff was really, really good every morning. Speaking of the restaurant food was really good and really well priced for a hotel. In regards to the Marriott benefits, we're really happy to report that they offer really good benefits here. Now, we didn't get upgraded to a suite, and we asked at the front desk, and I actually tried to use the Suite Night Awards for 4 nights, but that was not accepted. But for breakfast, which is always a hit or miss, they offer $104 Canadian credit for 2 people every morning in the restaurant, and that's more than enough for breakfast. That's one of the better benefits that I've seen when it comes to a food credit at a Marriott hotel. So I'm really happy that this W Hotel is not being stingy with that. The big plus, part of the reason I kind of included a little bit of a part of my trip in our journey to the concert, is the location for this hotel. This is my first time in Toronto. I had no idea what the layout would look like, and I really thought that I was going to be using Uber to go everywhere. Your best bet is to use public transportation, the train system, and this hotel is literally connected to the major intersection that connects 2 different lines, the north and south line and west and east line. So you don't even have to leave the hotel room. And what's great is, like, you just have access to every part of the city really quickly. So just don't do like I did and wait till you get here to try to get familiarized with the train system. Get familiarized with before it, and you'll have very easy time getting around the city. Once we figured out the train system, it was really simple to get anywhere we wanted to. And so that's, to me, the biggest plus, is this is just a perfect location to get around the whole city. But overall, I kind of give this hotel a 4.5 out of 5 stars, mostly just because of the room and just not being very convenient, especially for a longer stay. Our rooms just kind of became a mess the longer we were here, and we tried our best to keep everything organized. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you liked the video, and if you like this kind of content, then please subscribe to the channel, as this really helps the channel grow, and turn on notifications so you're notified when the next video drops. I'll be doing some cruise videos coming up. So again, thanks for watching.